Very good. And we're live. Hello, guys. This is Carlos Phoenix with Saphira Ventura, and I am live with Erika de Luca from Brazil, right? Is that right?
Yes, that's right. From São Paulo.
It's from São Paulo.
Yeah.
So from what the very little time I got to look you up and understand a little bit of what you're doing, you used to work in advertising.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What did you do in advertising?
I worked in some companies in the marketing department.
Okay.
Because I graduated in marketing.
Okay.
Then I decided to make a career transition, while I have my second child.
Now, how many years did you do marketing before you transitioned?
10, almost 15 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you had some good amount of experience.
Yeah.
And so what did you market in Brazil? What kind of products did you market or business did you market?
Printer. I worked for Xerox.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Occupating Solutions. And then I worked also in Thomson Reuters for a while. And that give me some experience in marketing and to deal with the customers and marketing relationships. So then I decided to move to photography, which was something that I liked before since I was young. And when I decided to make the transition to something that I really enjoyed, I tried photography. I studied photography for a while, and then I made...
Now, where did you study?
At the SENAC. It's an institution of photography.
Very nice.
And then I started working with the commercial photography. Doing some jobs for publicists and portraits and events. And then after a while, I decided to move to fine art photography, which is what I'm doing now, because I had a lot of pictures in my portfolio and I didn't know what to do with them. So with the pandemics, which everything was closed and nobody could work outside home. Wow. I did some e-commerce jobs, but I couldn't go outside. So I decided to put all my photographies and show my work,
Okay. So now, well, first, you transited to photography because you were interested in photography. But what do you think triggered your interest in photography? Was it your family? Did you have a photographer in your family?
No. Nobody.
Nobody's. So was it advertising and seeing photography and advertising?
If I have seen photography and
No, in other words, okay, so you're working in advertising.
Yeah.
You start a family.
Yeah.
And then photography came out of nowhere.
No, it's because I always liked photography.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any artists in my family.
Okay.
It's an ordinary family, so there's no.
So you were the different one.
Yeah.
No, that's great. That's awesome. So
I always liked art. My father used to take me to the museums when I was a kid, and it was a kind of a thing that I liked to do.
Okay.
And I always admired art and art classes at the school. So I think that is...
Now, outside of photography, what was your favorite art class?
Painting. which is interesting because I can't paint.
I like how she looks at her friend over there. So, all right. So now,
Maybe it's the next step, maybe in the future.
no, that's fantastic. And so, of course, here now you're surrounded by paintings, so that's great. So you get into photography. You decide to make a life change. Did you know what you were doing in terms of, okay, I'll just take pictures and sell them? Or like, was somebody guiding you to do that? Or did you just have to learn the whole process from scratch?
Yeah,
Okay.
just learn by myself. Learn what to do, or what angle that I had to fix that worked better than the other. And if you look to my portfolio, I have a lot of nature pictures and urban pictures. And this new collection that I'm presenting here is something new that I'm trying. It's an experiment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're looking here at your website,
Yeah.
and you have a variety of different types of photography, nature photography and stuff like that. So at some point you decided, okay, I'm going to try and focus on one type of photography. What do you call that? That style.
It's another transition. I think the good thing about being an artist is that we are able to change anytime. So I don't need to be fixed in just one kind of work, I can go to nature, to photographing objects. And I can be like this collection that's being presented here.
Right.
It's a nature, but it's abstract. So it's the good thing about the art is that we're able to change every time we want. So maybe in the future I can do painting. If you look to my work, you will see that this collection looks like painting.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and unfortunately, I don't have those pieces here. Maybe if I do an edited version of this episode, I'll put them in there. But what's cool about them is that it's like a nature photography, but there's like a blur effect. Like it almost looks like paint strokes, and so there is that element of painterliness in the photography. A lot of your other stuff is more like this is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. The other works are like the details, and this kind of work that is presented here it's kind of an invitation for you to look to the details, because we are always running, we are always doing everything so fast, and we are not paying attention to the details. We are not paying attention to the landscapes, to the things that surrounds us. And the beauty that it is, like here we are in New York, which has a rich architecture. And sometimes you just don't look at them because you are on the street, you are running, you want to cross the street fast. You were in your car in a rush hour, and just don't pay attention. I was just, I was walking on the street with my camera, and I had to, I have to stop to look and take a good picture and have a good angle. And the people are always, moving, and they are.
There's a blur.
There's a blur, exactly. Exactly. That's what it's a calling for you to pay attention for what is on what surrounds you,
Okay, hold on one second. All right, and we're back. Just having a little bit of technical difficulties, so I'm glad you guys stuck around. And we're going to continue our line of questioning. So we were talking about your shift into your photography and the difference between what you started off with and now you have like more of a thought process behind it in terms of life being rushed and things of that nature. So if you want to continue with that, feel free.
Sure. I was talking that this collection is an invitation for the people to look around and paying attention to what surrounds us, because we're always running all of the time, and there are so many beautiful things around us, and we don't pay attention to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the invite.
So I'm going to step away from the conceptualization of your artwork, and I'm going to get into some of the technical sides. So for me in photography, one of the fun things, especially early on, was using glass, right? The use of your lenses, the use of the lighting, and things of that nature. And because I'm a geek personally, I tend to look at the type of camera. When I did some photography, there was film, whether we wanted black and white film or if you wanted color film. Now it's different. Now it's all digital, but there's still a big competition as to which cameras and things of that nature. So did you get into any of that when you started getting into photography? Did you start, I think I want a Sony compared to the Canon or the Nikon? Did you ever get into any of that stuff?
Well, I started photographing with the Nikon.
Okay.
It was my first camera. Then, when I went to study photography, everybody was talking about a Canon. So
Yeah. Now, was this digital or was this film?
no, digital.
Oh, wow. So did you ever do film at all?
When I was in the university, I had some photograph classes, and they were on the film.
Okay.
We went to the studio to make some photographs, but at that time, photography was not something on my radar.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Like working with photography.
Yeah, of course.
Right? I thought it was really interesting to the process of revealing the
Yeah, the basically the chemical process of
chemical process. It was
printing
really
it.
interesting, but it was something that for me was like, okay, I learned how to do it. Next step, because at that moment I didn't want to work with art. I thought it was nice, but it wasn't something that I wasn't to work with. And when I started photographing, it was totally on the digital process. Then I bought my first camera, which is a Canon, and on Canon I'm until now.
excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. And so in terms of the Canon, now, all right, can I ask you what camera you use now?
A 6D.
Okay, 6D. And do you use any of the video features of those cameras now?
No.
Excellent. So you're just committed to the photography. No, I like that. It's great. Because some people.
I know that they are great on videos, but
Yeah.
I never used, just for making the time lapse thing, I use the frames of the photos,
Right.
on the
And so do you go crazy like some photographers where you just hold your button down and all you hear is like, or do you just say, you know what, this is the picture, I'm committing to it?
No, I just committed with the picture.
Very nice. Okay.
Yeah.
And so now you go to the next phase of the process. You take the video, not the film. I'm messing up all day. You're going to take the photography and you put it into your computer. What kind of computer do you use?
I have a Mac.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I'm guessing you're using Photoshop.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. And do you do a lot of editing on the Photoshop?
No.
No. Okay.
Just take some dirty things that bothered me.
Right. Little stuff that might have not on the lens or something like that.
Yeah, sometimes I use a little color changing or I put some saturation or vibration on the picture.
Right.
Just a little, but I don't change the picture that much.
Very good.
Yeah, I don't make some big interventions.
Do you get into any HDR?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. HDR. Yeah, I did because I worked with architecture picture.
Nice.
So I used a lot of HDR
Very good.
picture, but not in the fine art work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the results in the fine artwork, are they from the photograph itself, or you take the photograph and then you put it in the computer and now you want to work with it like an artist does, like a painter does?
Like a painter does.
Very good.
But I don't make much interventions or changes in the picture. Like one of the pictures that are exhibited here, the Purple Dream, there is a change of color
Okay.
to get to that result.
Okay.
Because Atacama is not purple.
So now, you've been doing photography for some time now. How's that with the family? Like, are they like, Mom, you're taking pictures, oh my God, or are they also doing photography with you?
That traveling with a photographer is a hell for the family. For many reasons.
Sorry, I love the description.
Yeah, for many reasons. First of all, because I keep stopping all the time for taking photographs. Second of all, because I don't have photos of myself. I just take pictures of my kids and my husband, and I'm out of all of them.
So has that changed? Have you decided, you realized that, and then say, you know what, I'm going to put the camera on a tripod and get in the shot myself, or no?
No, when I'm traveling with my family, actually, when I want to take some pictures of us, and this is a scene that I'm going to tell you as a secret.
Uh-oh.
I use my iPhone and take pictures of
The
all
selfie.
of us.
Very good.
Because I don't have pictures of me with my family, and that's terrible, right?
Well, that's interesting. So, okay. Now, I know some photographers where they argue with themselves. They don't even argue with anybody else. They just argue with themselves on whether they want to carry the big camera or just use like an iPhone to do their photography, especially if they travel. Where do you lie in that?
When I want to be on the photograph, if I want to be photographed, when I'm traveling with my family, I use my iPhone.
Okay.
Because it's for fun, it's not a work. But when I'm working, when I'm like photographing landscapes, when I'm photographing architecture or the people on the streets, things that matters to me, then I use my camera.
Okay.
And I have to know the moment to carry my camera with me or not, because it's heavy.
Yeah. And especially if you carry lenses.
Yeah, and sometimes I just don't want to carry anything, just my iPhone and my credit card.
Now, have you done those side-by-side comparisons of using the camera with the phone and be like, you know what? Why am I taking this camera? This phone is doing a great job.
I think I'm an old school person.
That's good.
And I want to carry my old camera with me and taking pictures with her in the manual mode, because I want to have the control of the result that I
Of
want
course.
of the picture. And
So I'm an oil painter, and I don't paint in oil as much as I used to, but now I'm looking at the iPad, and I'm starting to draw digitally, which I feel like I'm breaking rules. So I understand a little bit about what you're talking about, because sometimes you just want to keep the traditional thing going.
Yeah.
Especially now, there's not a lot of artists. Like here I am in a gallery, and art is slowly kind of, it's not that it's disappearing, but it's shifting, it's changing. And that it's part of the experience. I didn't think I'd be alive for that kind of shift.
Yeah.
But photography is probably going through something similar.
Yeah, and now with the artificial intelligence, you can make your pictures on the computer.
That's true.
Yeah.
So are you playing with that at all, or no? Okay. Traditional.
I'm not considering this, actually. I tried, I made some experiences, but I didn't like the result.
Okay.
And I actually, now, at this moment, I don't want to work with this. I want to photograph the landscapes that I want. I want to have the pleasure to go to that places, This is what is interesting to me. I just don't go and visit a place without planning the photograph that I'm going to do.
Okay.
And this is the part of the journey, it's part of the process, and I enjoy it. I don't think that making a picture on the computer is so. I will realize I will be fulfilled. You know what I mean?
I totally understand.
Yeah.
So, all right, and I'm not going to keep you here all day, so I'll cut down the questions. So here you are. You have a couple of pieces here at the show. So first, congratulations.
Thank you.
Two, how did that start? Like, how did you get the relationship with Saphira?
Actually, the relationship starts with Nana, that was here.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, she introduced me to Saphira, and we made all the, was intermediating, right, the connection, because she knew my work in Brazil. We made some jobs together.
Okay.
So that's how it happens.
Very, very good. Well, okay, so thank you guys, and thank you,
Thank you.
Erika, for joining. We're here at the gallery opening, and Erika has a few pieces here. So one, again, congratulations, and two, I really appreciate you guys who may have tuned in live for being patient, and hopefully this was good for you, learning a little bit about Erika and some of the other artists that we've had here at the show. So we're going to keep doing content. We're going to keep learning about these great artists, and we're going to continue what is necessary, which is basically sharing people's art and making people realize that it's still around, it's not gone, it has not disappeared, because we would need to be exposed to that a little bit more. So we're at Saphira Ventura in New York City, and thank you again, Erika, and have you guys have a great day, and we'll come back soon with another show. Take care.
Thank you.